Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the MISC Expanse. Now this is a very interesting ship and almost certainly will prove its weight worth in Quantanium when we eventually get it. The ability to have someone solo run this ship and refine ore on site alongside either your Prospector or Mole without having to visit Lagrange points is almost certainly going to be a huge positive to miners and mining gameplay as a whole. I think the Expanse offers a lot of versatility and convenience to those of you that enjoy the mining side of Star Citizen. So what is the Expanse and what is its role? The Expanse is a single-seat refinery ship manufactured by MISC. It is designed to process frontline raw ore and then either transfer to a dedicated cargo ship or sell the refined ore itself. Ideal in a combination with mining vehicles such as the Prospector and or Mole, and obviously any ship with cargo you could have next to this will be extremely useful because you can then offload your refined material straight onto your cargo ship and off you go to sell it. So a three-man crew are going to make a lot of money with this particular ship, and I believe the point behind this ship is the refining process will be much faster than that of a Lagrange point. Lagrange points are great, but there is a risk. The risk being that pirates, marauders, outlaws and just griefers like to target these areas because they know people are vulnerable there. So by having a Expanse in your fleet, you immediately feel safer. There's less of a threat because you get to dictate where you refine this material. So that is a huge plus. I can see mining ogs almost certainly, maybe 1, 2 or 3 of these, and the fact that it's so easy to run with just the one crew member, one Prospector, one Expanse and one cargo ship, you're going to make quite a lot of money quite quickly. So it's a very good ship and has a lot of potential. In terms of features, let's go over some of the features. Reactors. The ship has 6 dedicated reactors which can process different refining actions at the same time. These may be set to different refining processes and or different materials. Cargo pod mounts. 8 slots for expanded cargo pods, 64 SCU, with another 8 compressed above them. These allow the Expanse to pick up dropped ore pods from other mining ships and refine them immediately. Integrated tractor beams. Now this is pretty cool because we're not far away from tractor beams at all at the time of this video. These ensure that receiving raw materials and distributing processed ore are entirely hands-off procedures. Weapons. 2 size 1 pilot controlled weapons offer protection when refining in the field. We'll talk about weapons a bit later on. So as you can see, internally it's all not that spacious, and it doesn't need to be because it's one-man crew. So I imagine life on board, judging from this picture as we can see internally, it's not going to be too uncomfortable. I imagine you're not really going to be sat in the cockpit all that much. Once you start the refining process, you will be using the various areas of the ship, especially the reactors, to refine your material. Easily operated by one man, which is a huge plus. No relying on NPCs, no blades necessary. It's just a huge plus, extremely convenient. And I do feel this ship is going to set a precedent because this isn't a very large ship. I would like to see, and I'm probably going to throw my neck on the line here, but I think there will be a bigger version of a refiner. I couldn't find if CIG mentioned anything like that, something that might be able to escort, for example, the Orion. So I'm hoping we get a larger refining ship, and we more than likely will. So let's take a look at the ship and what it offers. So as you can see here, we have the weapons. Let's talk about this. This is my only thing. Now obviously it's not a combat ship, but it has the 2 size ones. I would like to see a remote turret there, so at least the pilot could sit there and scan the area. Maybe that could be a feature. Obviously if they decided not to, it's not a combat ship, which is fair enough. We have the cockpit, and then we have ship access. An access ramp leads to a compact lift and ladder, allowing pilots to enter and traverse the ship with ease. Then we have the refinery. The onboard refinery processes raw mined ore into saleable material. Pretty standard stuff, pretty obvious what that does. And then we have pod bay. 8 exterior pods. Docks accommodate both mineral pods for raw ore ingress and cargo pods for refined material storage. And then finally at the back we have the Xi'an inspired tractor tech, makes loading and unloading pods effortless with the tractor beams, so that's really cool. Yeah, my only complaint is, I know it's not a combat ship, 2 size 1s at the front, that's fine. I would like just a remote turret for the pilot just to get a 360 of his surroundings. Unless you've got an escort, it's something you might want to worry about, obviously. Just for that little bit of extra situational awareness. But other than that, the ship is almost certainly going to be extremely useful, very versatile. I imagine because it's not particularly a big ship, it's not going to be too expensive to run, and I think it's a great entry point for anyone that's coming into the game for the first time and wants to experience the mining game loop, which is one of the most stable and enjoyable game loops that we have in Star Citizen. So there's a huge amount of positives with this particular ship. I also like the fact that if you were to mine Quantanium, which is a highly volatile substance, as you veteran miners will know, it eliminates that time factor where you would mine Quantanium and immediately have to head to a Lagrange point before your ship blew up because of the product that you've picked up. That is a huge benefit. I know Quantanium is fairly rare since the changes. The other question is, does the MISC Expanse convert Quantanium once refined into fuel, like the MISC Odyssey, because that just converts it straight into fuel? Or does the Expanse convert that into product that we can then take to, say, like Area 18 and sell for profit? It is interesting, because potentially the Expanse could house 8 buckets of Quantanium fuel, which could be used to manually refuel other ships, ? I don't know. But overall, it's a fantastic ship. The price point, $150 on the website, I believe. And I'm hoping it'd be the same sort of price as the Prospector when it comes to game. So it's a great ship and one I will definitely have my eye on. So there we go, guys, that was my video on the Expanse. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know what buttons to press, and I of course will have more Star Citizen content en route to a location near you very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Cheers.